I would like to call the Monday, October the 13th, 2025 Common Council meeting to order. Clerk Toronto, I believe you would like to make some comments regarding the link for this meeting and other expectations.
Good evening, members of the public. For audio quality, we will be muting everyone not speaking by default to maintain good audio quality for council members and yourself. If you would like to speak during the meeting on a certain agenda item or during privilege of the floor, please submit your request in the chat. Directions to do so have been listed. We ask that you provide your full name and address and topic you are speaking on, as those are required for all speakers at in-person council meetings. If you would like to be called on during the meeting to provide public input, please insert the following into the chat, and you will be called on during the relevant time for public input. My name is full name, I live at address, and would like to speak on for or against agenda item. You will then be given 5 minutes to speak. Please be sure to unmute yourself prior to giving your remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. We would like to let everyone know disrespectful, rude, or disruptive speech or actions will not be tolerated. Such speech and or actions, as well as verbal attacks on any person, may result in the individual without notice forfeiting the remainder of his or her allotted time. We're getting ready to have invocation from Pastor Brian Duran from Clay Church. We'll all stand. They're doing a great work in our city, and we're so grateful to have them here. Please state your name and address for the record, and then lead us in invocation.
Brian Durand, address is 11724 Oakwood Lane. Council President Lee, members of the council, staff, and guests, thank you for this invitation to be with you as a United Methodist pastor who seeks the way of Jesus. I pray now in his name and love, which I profess in my faith. Tonight, I invite all of us, whatever our own traditions, beliefs, and practices may be, to hear and be moved by these words together as a call to unity, compassion, justice, and shared purpose in our common life as this community. Let us pray. Creator of all that is, of each of us, we give thanks for this city we call home, for its neighborhoods and parks, its schools and businesses, for those who protect, build, lead, teach, and serve. We thank you for those gathered here tonight, entrusted with the responsibility to lead, to listen, and to act for the good of all. Grant those gathered wisdom tonight that sees beyond divisions, courage that seeks the welfare of every neighbor, compassion that reminds the least and the lost. Where there is conflict, give patience. Where there is uncertainty, give clarity. Where there is weariness, grant renewed strength to serve faithfully. May every decision made in this gathering and beyond build bonds of trust and justice and peace. May this city continue to grow as a community where we can all live in safety, dignity, and hope, where all can know they are loved. Amen.
We'll now repeat the Pledge of Allegiance. Liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now, Clerk Toronto, would you please do a roll call?
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Present.
Councilmember McBride,
Present.
Councilmember Warner,
Present.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Present.
Councilmember Niskoski,
Present.
Councilmember White,
Present.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Present.
Council Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Present.
President Lee,
Present.
all 9 present.
All right, we'll have a report from the subcommittees on minutes.
To the Common Council of the City of South Bend, the subcommittee has inspected the minutes of the September 22nd, 2025 meeting of the council and found them to be correct. Therefore, we recommend the same be approved.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion passes. All right, there's no special business. And there's no reports from city offices.
President Lee?
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the order of business to hear item number 9, the resolutions. To have those and take care of those before we get into all the finance bills. Second.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion passes. We will now suspend the agenda. Now I'll take a motion to resolve into the committee of the whole.
No.
So moved.
Resolutions.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, we'll do resolutions. All right.
It's 2539.
Oh, sure is. All right.
I'm keeping us moving.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, Clerk Toronto, please give resolution 2539 a reading.
A resolution amending declaratory resolution number 4972-22 and modifying and reconfirming the adoption of declaratory resolution number 4972-22, designating certain areas within the city of South Bend, Indiana, commonly known as 505 South Michigan Street, South Bend, Indiana, 46601, an economic revitalization area for purposes of an 8-year mixed-use development, real property tax abatement for the Monroe LLC.
All right, and we have a presenter. The report, I'm sorry.
This bill, the substitute bill 2539, was heard in community investment this afternoon and comes forward with a favorable recommendation. I'd also like to kind of give a similar presentation as I gave in committee this afternoon, if I may.
Yes.
So this bill, part of this bill and the substitute of it goes back and amends the declaratory resolution from the Monroe tax abatement passed in 2022. I want to thank staff. They pulled up the old resolution and noticed that the language actually in the bill itself was for a confirming resolution. So for the members of the public, every tax abatement requires the passages of 2 pieces of legislation. First is the declaratory resolution, which designates the property eligible for a tax abatement. And then at a later meeting, they can't be at the same meeting, is a confirming resolution. So what it looks like happened in 2022 was the top portion of the declaratory resolution is correct. It has the bill title, it's got the correct designation of the properties and the parcels, but then down in the language of the bill, it talks about declared or being confirming. So that language looks like it was mixed in that bill. This came up on Wednesday. We consulted with Attorney Palmer and with City Legal. We believe, given that going back through the minutes, that the title of the bill was a declaratory resolution. All of the discussion was about a declaratory resolution. So it was still validly passed. But we thought now, as we're going forward, we should clear up the bill and make sure that the language down in the text of the bill where it says confirming resolution, it actually says declaratory resolution. So part of the substitute does that. So I know we had discussion on this afternoon. There's some folks who weren't here. Any questions on that portion? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so with that, then I will turn it over to Mr. Glavish.
I need to do a motion to accept the substitute.
I will make that motion to accept the substitute.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposition? Motion passes. All right, now, Mr. Glavish, please give us your name and address for the record.
Eric Glavich, Director of Growth and Opportunity, offices on the 5th floor of the new City Hall. Thank you for allowing me to present first before the series of other bills that you'll consider. This one should be straightforward. I went through a little bit more detail during the Community Investment Committee meeting. I'm not planning on going through that similar level of detail, but I'm happy to answer questions that might come up. What we're talking about here is the Monroe project. This is a low-income tax credit project for a developer named Devereaux Peters, who we've talked about this project many times before the Common Council. This project would be a 57-unit low-income apartment building at the corner of Monroe and Michigan. You can see right now it's a vacant lot that's owned by the city. Here's the latest rendering provided by the developer and what the new building would look like. So, would be a really great addition to South Downtown. Here's a quick snapshot of what the project looks like. 4-story building. The total investment at this point would be no less than $21.3 million. The tax abatement is an important part of the package of city support that was important for Devereaux Peters to be awarded a low-income tax credit award. The city's support was required through the application process. What we're asking the council to do is to reconfirm this tax abatement that was granted in 2022. The reason that we need to ask you to reconfirm it is that in order for Ms. Peters and the project to receive the full benefits of the tax abatement, the designation period has to be extended. By the designation period, this is what the declaratory resolution does. And this was adopted by the Common Council in August of 2022. The first thing that it does is it takes the parcel of land, and the Common Council determines that those areas are in fact eligible for tax abatement for redevelopment. Then it establishes what's called a designation period. And this designation period is the time in which a project must be completed in order to have the full benefits of the tax abatement. The declaratory resolution that the council had passed in 2022 established a designation period of 3 years. Obviously, that time has passed, August of 2025. So this is why we're coming before you now to request that we extend that designation period so that Ms. Peters can complete her project and receive the full benefits of the tax abatement as this body had intended when the tax abatement was granted. Also, the declaratory resolution that was passed establishes the abatement schedule. Now, fast forwarding, this substitute bill that you are considering is really a basic bill when it comes down to it. Community Investment Chair Warner's comments were amending the language to make sure that it's consistent with what was filed with the clerk's office at the time, and that it's representative of what the council's actions were. But importantly, the reconfirming aspect of it is 2 things. We're extending the designation period to the end of 2028. This date aligns with other commitments that Devereaux Peters has made and other agreements that she's passed with the Redevelopment Commission, for example. And it also just reconfirms what this council did in 2022. So it's pretty straightforward. And I know Devereaux is on if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer any questions as well. Thanks.
Ms. Peters, if you would like to address us.
I don't have any further comments.
Okay. All right, now we'll go to the public hearing. Clerk Toronto, is there anyone from the public looking to speak in favor or against this bill?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in favor of the bill.
Is there anyone looking to speak in opposition?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in opposition at this time.
At this point, the public hearing portion of this bill is now closed. Council members, would you like to make any comments?
I'll make a quick one, brief one. Ms. Peters, thank you. I know this has been 4 to 5 years, kind of figuring out the planning, the design, the financing, going through a couple different hurdles. The project's been to council, I think 3 times now, maybe this is the 4th time, and been to the Redevelopment Commission 5 or 6 times. Always had unanimous support. We thank you for your commitment to the city to bring low affordable housing here. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes.
I want to thank Ms. Peters for her perseverance when you went over all those obstacles and delays. You deserve an applause. So thank you for your perseverance in bringing affordable housing to South Bend.
Anyone else? All right. I'd like to say to Ms. Peters, thank you from your time at Notre Dame and now as a developer, your love for our city and your perseverance to bring affordable housing to our city is exciting. We know it's been a long time coming, but it's finally going to happen. And so we're super excited for you. And at this time, I'll now entertain a motion.
Move for adoption.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White, Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right, motion passes. Now I would entertain a motion for us to go to the committee of the whole.
So move.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion passes.
Committee of the Whole is now in session. This is the portion of the council's meeting where bills are given a second reading and a public hearing before a committee made up of all 9 council members. All bills set for this second reading and public hearing have previously been given a first reading and a committee hearing prior to this evening's meeting. In addition, we will hear from the chairperson of the committee where the bill was discussed and the results of that discussion. If the proposed ordinance is a zoning ordinance, a report from a staff member will be given. In all other situations, the formal presentation on the ordinance will immediately follow the committee report. Formal presentation shall be untimed. Following the formal presentation, council members will have the opportunity to ask preliminary questions of the staff and petitioners. Then we will hold a public hearing on the bill. Following the public hearing portion, the discussion then shall return to the council where members of the council can comment, ask questions, debate, and make motions on the bill under consideration. Clerk Toronto, at this time, can you please give Bill 5225 a second reading?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 1133 Harvard Street and 522 Blaine Avenue, Councilmanic District Number 1 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Thank you. Chairman Davis, do we have a committee report?
Yes, we do, Chairman Warren. Our zoning and annexation committee met this afternoon, and we bring this bill to you with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you very much. Our staff member, welcome.
Good evening, council members. Tim Staub with offices on the 5th floor of City Hall at 215 Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. This is Bill 5225 for a special exception by the owners of 1133 Harvey Street and 522 Blaine Avenue to permit a dwelling of 2 units in Urban Neighborhood 1 district. The applicant intends to build a side-by-side duplex on 2 existing lots. This is the site plan for the project, as well as some photos of the site as it currently stands. Additionally, here is a proposed elevation for the home, although the finished product will have a few minor alterations. The use of a duplex is consistent with Objective H1.1 from the city's comprehensive plan, which is to encourage residential development that contains a mix of housing types, densities, price ranges, and amenities. It also aligns with the future land use map contained within the comprehensive plan, which recommends that these parcels be used for medium density residential. Additionally, the new duplex will activate a vacant lot and will add more residents into a neighborhood where the applicant is already constructing several other affordable homes. The petition comes from the committee with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. Do we have a petitioner?
Petitioner is online, I believe.
Good evening, welcome. I just need your name and address, sir.
Bennett Bensman, address is 1704 Bell Fountain Street in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
And I just wanted to thank Tim for his presentation. I really don't have too much more to add, but just, to touch on some of the things that Tim talked about. I work for a not-for-profit, and we're developing a lot of the vacant lots there in the Lincoln Park neighborhood to kind of avoid that, kind of track home look where, you only have 3 or 4 designs throughout the neighborhood. We've really made a strong effort to have a varied housing stock that we deliver. This duplex, kind of speaks to that desire. And that's pretty much it. I'm more than happy to take your guys' questions, but we just thank you for the opportunity for this petition, and yeah, want to
Thank you, sir.
take any questions.
Thank you. Council members, any questions?
No.
For council member? Okay, at this time, we will go to the public hearing portion. Any members of the public wishing to speak in favor of Bill 5225 at this time, either in person or online?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online that wishes to speak in favor of the bill.
Okay, do we have anybody that wishes to speak against Bill 5225, either in person or online?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online that wishes to speak in opposition of the bill.
Okay, with that, thank you. We'll close the public hearing. Bring it back to council members. Any other questions, comments?
Thank you. Thank you for building in the first district.
Absolutely.
Would entertain a motion then?
I move that Bill 52-25 goes to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
And I second that.
We have a motion for a favorable recommendation and a second. Clerk Toronto, can you please do a roll call vote for us?
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee. 9 ayes.
Thank you. The bill will go forward to third reading with a favorable recommendation. At this time, council members, I would like to entertain a motion to hear our other 2 zoning bills, get those heard out of the way for our petitioners before we go into all of the finance bills. If somebody would make that motion.
Must move.
I have a motion and a second to hear the 2 zoning bills. That would be 6525 and 6725 before we go into the finance bills. All in favor of that motion signify at this time by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed?
No.
So-
Just point of order too. You may want to just also announce that the bill 6825 has been tabled to
1027.
2027.
Correct. Thank you, sir. So anybody here for Bill 6825, that has been tabled. That bill is on page 3, kind of in the middle. That bill has been tabled in the committee to 1027 and will be heard on 1027. Thank you, Dr. Davis.
You're welcome.
So at this time, we'll go to our staff member regarding Bill 6525.
Yes. Do we have a report from the committee as well?
Oh, yes, Dr. Davis, do we have a?
Yes, we do. We met this afternoon and we bring this bill to you with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry, thank you. Good evening, council members. Mark Delastrito, zoning specialist with the city of South Bend, with offices on the 5th floor of the new city hall. As was stated, this is petition number 65-25 for a use variance and a special exception by the owner of 628 Western Avenue, which is zoned as Urban Neighborhood 3 or U3. So in this case, the use variance would allow the petitioner to pursue the use of retail and service general in the Urban Neighborhood 3 district where it is not permitted, while the special exception would allow them to pursue the use of daycare center. Both of these uses would go in the blue building in the northeast corner of the site, which is along Western Avenue, as a part of the larger Western Avenue Transformation District project. Given that Western is one of the city's primary commercial corridors, both of these uses would be appropriate given the context. It would not be likely to generate any outsized negative impacts compared to the existing commercial businesses on the street. An additional retail space in this area would also make sense given the site's proximity to Four Winds Field, which brings thousands of potential customers to the area many times each year. Meanwhile, a new daycare facility would bring an essential amenity to the neighborhood while potentially serving as a draw for future residents of the larger development. Finally, these two uses would be compatible with the city's comprehensive plan, namely goals around pursuing mixed land use patterns along major corridors, promoting new businesses, and planning for future school facilities, while also being consistent with the city's forthcoming downtown plan, which has a section dedicated to this larger Western Avenue transformation project. Thank you.
Thank you. Council members, any questions about the special exception for a daycare or retail?
Yes, I have a question. I was reading here that it says that this is gonna be 2 3-story walk-up apartment buildings.
In this site plan here, and we have one of the architects on the project as well, who's going to speak in a minute, so he can maybe provide a bit more context here. But on this site plan here, the blue building is going to be 4 stories with an elevator, and then the orange and green are all going to be walk-up apartment buildings, 2 and 3 stories. And again, Sam from Keel Architecture can provide some more details there.
Yes, I'd like to hear some more details.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like I said as well, the blue building will be primarily residential, but with the retail and daycare in there as well. So it'll be a mixed use building.
Thank you. Our petitioner, welcome. Just need your name and address, sir.
I'm Sam Lima with Keel Architecture, 1126 Lincoln Way East in South Bend.
Thank you.
Your question is about the nature of the apartment buildings.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, the 2 and 3 story apartment buildings in green and orange will have units that are accessed by stairs, and as required by law for accessibility, the ground floor apartments will be designed to be able to be used in an accessible manner. So people with disabilities will be able to live in those as they're accessed without an elevator.
So also I'd like to know what type of materials are you going to be using? Fire retard materials, and what will be the safety measure for people living on the 2nd story?
We'll be complying with all of the safety requirements per the state of Indiana. So sprinkler systems where required, and also fire resistant assemblies between components of buildings that are touching, and also addressing all the egress requirements too, based on how many people are in each apartment. The number of exit stairs, the number of apartments that are allowed per exit stair. We're considering all of that.
Well, I'm just thinking that when we do 2-story buildings now, with the bad fire that we had here last year with children living in these 2-story houses and apartments, we need to make sure that everybody can get out if something should happen. And I also want to know, are you using any of the local builders and electricians and stuff from the city here, or who are you using?
We don't have subcontractors aligned yet, but we're looking at using a local general contractor.
Thank you.
I believe this project is still pretty early in the preliminary stages. We'll be back, particularly to Redevelopment Commission, as the funding falls together. I know there's about 4 or 5 funding sources that have been packaged together on it, and those are good questions. And we'll see this project again a few more times or even ground is broken. I will say Redevelopment Commission last week approved the demolition. So just for reference, Up at the top of the photo is where the Rabbi Schulman building sits currently on Western. That's been closed and vacant for 4 years now. We did fund the demolition funds for that. And then that also has been out to bid, and the bid is expected to be awarded in the next 4 to 6 weeks to begin on that. So any other questions from council members? Okay, thank you. With that, we'll open it up to the public. Any members of the public wishing to speak on Bill 5525 regarding a special exception on Western Avenue for a daycare and retail facilities in the planned building, either in person or online?
I don't see any members of the public in person or online that wishes to speak in favor.
Thank you. Do we have any members of the public wishing to speak against the bill, either online or in person?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online that wishes to speak in opposition.
Okay, thank you. I'll bring it back to the council. Any other questions, comments? Councilmember Thomas Morgan, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to say that I attended the public meetings that was getting input on what we would call the quote unquote Rabbi Schulman development. And there were at least 2 that were held. I want to thank the planning team for holding those and receiving those comments and the special and just to share that the special exception here or the variance that we're doing here does reflect what neighborhoods wanted to see at that bottom floor, mixed use and daycare, potentially social services. Thank you.
Any other council members on that end, at this end? How about a motion?
I'd like to move that we send Bill 65-25 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Second.
I have a motion for a favorable recommendation and a second. Clerk Toronto, can you please do a roll call vote?
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers. Aye. Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Thank you. 6525 will go to third reading with a favorable recommendation. At this time, Clerk Toronto, can you please give a second reading to Bill 6725?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 321 Hill Street and 319 Hill Street and 317 Hill Street and 315 Hill Street and 307 Hill Street and 523 LaSalle Avenue and 529 LaSalle Avenue, Councilmanic District Number 4 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Thank you. Dr. Davis, do we have a committee report?
Yes, we have a committee report from the Zoning and Annexation Committee, which met this afternoon, and we bring Bill 6725 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, council members. Tim Staub, zoning specialist for the city of South Bend, with offices on the 5th floor of City Hall at 215 Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. This is Bill 6725, a request for a special exception by the owners of 307 to 321 Hill Street and 523 to 529 LaSalle Avenue in the DT Downtown Zoning District to permit the entertainment and recreation facility outdoor use on the property. So first we have a quick glance of where this is all kind of occurring. So, but it is essentially on the northwest corner of Hill and LaSalle. Outdoor entertainment is cohesive with the current zoning and the 2022 Northeast Neighborhood Plan. The downtown zoning district calls for a variety of high-intensity urban uses, and an outdoor recreation and entertainment venue is one such use. The applicant anticipates a myriad of different uses that would fall under the outdoor entertainment, including but not limited to a stage for performances, playgrounds, a game lawn, which will allow the applicant to flexibly utilize the space, and other uses that may fall under that outdoor umbrella. Additionally, on the property, there will be a indoor facility for just food and drink. And then, so on top of that, the neighborhood plan calls for it to be an active mixed use on the lot. And while this is not the full implementation of the plan, this use would fit within a mixed use concept in the future. The committee sends the special exception to the council with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. And Dr. Davis, we did your report already. To our petitioner, welcome. Tell us about your outdoor recreational space.
Thank you. Good evening, council. My name is Riley Ellingson. I work with Earth Designs Real Estate. Our offices are at 530 East LaSalle Avenue in South Bend. As staff mentioned, the yard is designed to be kind of a third space. So a community gathering space that has a variety of different features, including traditional food and beverage, special events, and then a variety of outdoor recreation and activity zones, including a concert lawn and band shell, children's playground, fire pit areas, and other kind of open space for yard games and other types of activities. This is kind of part of a larger plan for redevelopment that our company has in the East Bank, and we're really excited to bring the yard to South Bend and kind of further leverage investments that the city has already made in the East Bank neighborhood as well as in the Link Trail. And we hope that this serves as an activator and a catalyst for additional development in the neighborhood. Thank you for your consideration, and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any preliminary questions?
When do you expect to begin the project to break ground?
So plans are out to bid right now and expect those back in the next week. And depending on how those timelines go, we would love to break ground yet this year and get started on. There's a fair amount of site work that needs to happen and some underground work. So we would like to get started on that before winter and then probably resume construction in earnest in the spring with, you know how construction goes. But if everything goes as planned, hoping to open by Labor Day of next year.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we'll go to the public hearing. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on bill number 6725, special exception for outdoor recreational area, either in person or online, that would like to speak in favor?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in favor.
Okay, we'll go to those in opposition. At this time, are there any members of the public that would like to speak in opposition to Bill 6725, either online or in person?
I do not see any members of the public that wishes to speak in opposition of the bill.
Okay, with that, we'll bring it back to the council. Any other further questions, comments, concerns, debate? Councilmember Lee?
Just want to say good luck with this. It's a very unique concept, but good luck with it.
I'll make a
Motion.
motion. Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to approve this bill and send it to the final council with a favor recommendation.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for a favorable. Clerk Toronto, can you please do a roll call vote for us?
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
She stepped out.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
8 ayes.
Thank you. The bill will go forward to third reading with a favorable recommendation. So we have Attorney Palmer. So on our next bill, 5625, we have done second reading. The last one, we did our public hearing because state law requires public hearing, and then to close it, and the council action cannot be in the same meeting, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so tonight we've done second reading, so we don't need any second reading and not till we get to third reading, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so at this time, we will have, there is a substitute 5625. I would ask for a motion to accept the substitute
Motion to accept
5625.
the substitute bill.
I have a motion and a second to accept the substitute. All of those in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The substitute is accepted. So now we will go back to the council on this bill. Is there any further questions, comments, concerns regarding 5625, which is the fiscal plan for the year and is the financial portion of the budget? Comments, questions? Councilmember Nitsgotsky.
Thank you, Chair. I would just like to thank the public, council members, and all the department heads. They spent a lot of time and effort on crafting this bill in very uncertain times. There was a lot of hearings. I believe we heard over 15 public hearings. And we answered a lot of the questions that came from the public and posted them on our website as promised. So I would just like to thank everybody for their time and efforts in crafting this bill, and I do plan on supporting the bill.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a comment.
Dr. Davis.
I'd like to just give special acknowledgement to our Chair Sheila Nagowski for her abilities to pull people together and bring this, and also to our controller, Brother Kyle. Thank you so much for our mayor. It's interesting days. It's nice to be able to close out 2025 and get ready for 2026 on a solid level. Who knows where 27 goes with the state and everything else, but at least we will rest assured that tonight and next year are in good hands. And then as we get ready for the other years, we will do the best we can to navigate through those waters. But right now, it's good for us to pause and to say thank you. So I want to thank our Sheila for a good job, and thank you for that. And I do plan on supporting this.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I do want to just, Mr. Willis, I don't know if you have anything to add or any further comments or presentation. I know we're now at meeting 16, so you've probably said what needs to be said, but I did want to give you an opportunity to any final comments, questions, or concerns to address. Okay, thank you. I thank you for your time. I have been the budget chair. I know the time that it takes, not only as the budget chair, but yourself putting together a budget of this size. And thank you for your work, and thank you, Councilmember Nitsgotsky. It's very much appreciated. The work you've done is yeoman work. I appreciate it. Thank you. Councilmember Lee.
Yes, I just would like to say that in these uncertain times, it is good to know that we're looking ahead and planning ahead and making the cuts now, so that as we get towards 2027 and 2028, we're going to go on with a better understanding and not allowing 27 and 28 to scare us. We're going in cautious, so we tighten our belts now so that we can be prepared for later. And so thank you to 6th District and Chair Sheila Nagowski. I almost called you Vice President, so I'm so used to saying it. And Vice Chair White, thank you all for working with Mr. Willis and ensuring that South Bend is going forward in a positive direction.
Thank you. Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
I too just want to thank our controller, Kyle Willis, you've been really responsive. Thank you for answering not just our questions on council, but the many questions that were coming from members of the public. So thank you for your work there. I also, just because I think this might be the best time to acknowledge that, I do want to thank our CIO Denise Lynn Riedel and her team for the Build the Budget Feedback Report 2026. Just want to acknowledge this report that is given to us. It's really important that that residents are a part of the conversation, and some of the ways that that team has reached out to residents in in our public events, online surveys, has really helped to meet the public where they are. Not everyone can come to our meetings, and so really appreciate that effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember White.
Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to express my support for the budget. This has not been an easy process. We were not only dealing with policy, but we're dealing with human beings. And when you have to make decisions that will impact, our employees, it's not an easy task. And we're currently living in uncertain times. And so when you begin to look at the budget, you will see that we've made a major shift, not only in terms of positions, but also in terms of programs. And as we continue to move forward for year 27, 28, we will continue to look at our budget, funding systems, so that when we have to create year 2027, I know we'd be in a different position. There's so much uncertainty, and we have to work together, be committed, and do what's best for all of our citizens. And I'm quite sure we have the strength and the abilities to do so.
Thank you, Councilmember White. Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Yes, I'd like to say thank you, Kyle. I had some questions and you made sure they got answered. And Sheila, you did a marvelous job running the Finance Committee. And I also would like to thank the public. Every department had to make some hard decisions. Senate Bill 1 has really created some big problems. And next year will even be more problems. So we can get ready, because it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just telling you what's ahead of us. So every department, I know you had to do what you had to do. Some was good, some was not. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to carry the future on and do the best we can. Main thing I would like to say is that we all need to try to work together, because the road is gonna get a little tougher. Thank you.
Just want to echo what everyone else said. I'm sorry, did I not? Okay. Echo what everyone else said. This is a monumental task, and as Councilwoman White said, we realize that every decision impacts your life, even when you don't know it. It does. And so I want to thank the public for the feedback, because it helps us. And yes, thank you, Councilwoman Niskowski, because it's a monumental task. And thank you, Controller, Mr. Willis. You've done a great job.
Thank you. I will add a bit of a contrarian statement. I know that Senate Bill 1 has been made out to be this horrible evil. I disagree a little bit. I know that the property tax situation for a lot of our residents is dire and severe, and they have been forced to appeal their taxes every year. And they appeal and they come back the next year even higher. And there was some kind of property tax reform that was needed. I think the main problem with Senate Bill 1, as we've heard, is not necessarily the initial property tax reforms and cuts that have been made, but the other tax changes that are coming in 27 and 28 that are really going to take a big hit. But I do think that some kind of property tax adjustment was necessary and needed for our residents. But with that, I don't see, I think everybody spoke. Any other comments? If not, I would entertain a motion. Oh, Mr. Willis, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out there.
Oh, sorry. I should have got up earlier, but I just want to take this time just also thank the council, for you guys sharing all your concerns, either when it came to certain cuts or just the status of the city's financial status as a whole. So I really do appreciate that. Karen White sharing all your wisdom, from going through, I don't know how many budgets, but
My questions.
yeah, well, that comes with the territory, so I can't complain about that. But I appreciate all you guys' help going through this process. Like I said, this year's budget was not the easiest. My third go around, but I should have been. But obviously, SB1 threw a wrench into everything. But also, I just wanted to also take this moment to thank my staff, Director of City Finance, for Deputy City Controller, new Senior Staff Accountant, and all the directors of Department of Finance who helped each department compile their budgets and for each year that we put this budget together. So I wanted to make sure I acknowledge them and the hard work they put in every year, especially going forward this year where we asked departments to make 5% cuts for next year. I hope the news gets better from the state as we move forward, so we don't have to continue to do this. But I think if we have to, I think we are still in a good position to still move forward and provide the services to the citizens of South Bend. So thank you.
Thank you. And with that, I would ask for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to send substitute bill 5625 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Clerk Toronto, we have a motion for a favorable and a second. Can you please do a roll call vote?
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Councilmember McBride has stepped out.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
8 ayes.
Thank you. 5625 will go to third reading with a favorable recommendation. This time, Clerk Toronto, can you please give Bill 5725 second reading?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, appropriating, adopting, and approving the South Bend Public Transportation Corporation's 2026 budget and levying the tax and fixing the rate of the taxation for the purpose of raising revenue to fund the South Bend Public Transportation Corporation, South Bend, Indiana, for fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026.
Thank you. Councilwoman Nisgowsky, do we have a committee report?
Yes, we do, Chair. 5725 was given a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. Just a procedural note, this bill is similar to the last bill, 5625. So tonight we will do second reading, which we've done, and we'll do a public hearing. We will take no action on the bill, and then it will have third reading and final action in 2 weeks. I got a head shake over there. Yes. All right. Okay. So with that, our presenter, welcome. Good evening. Tell us about transposed budget.
My name is Chris Kubzak. I have offices at 1401 South Lafayette in South Bend, Indiana. So for our 2026 budget, again, just give a high-end scope of it. Our brief overview, we have 101 employees, receive majority of our funding from local, state, and federal funds. We have 50 fixed route vehicles, 20 paratransit vehicles, and we service the city of South Bend and Mishawaka. Our major accomplishments we have for 2025 are we implemented our Connect Transit plan, instituted new fixed route technologies, and kind of what I'm a little proud of is the FTA Toronto review. We had no findings in this year's report, which is the first time in over 20 years we've done that. And that's just basically a very comprehensive review of our entire system. From the purchasing to ridership to ADA and all the regulations that go along with that the FTA requires us to follow to receive federal funding. So next slide, we had our one other major accomplishment we had was we increased our hiring. However, we've also had a lot of departures in the last 6 to 9 months. So we kind of it's offset each other in that regard. So when we look at the 2025, or excuse me, 26 budget, our expenses, we balanced it at $12,476,365. We received about 41% of that revenue from local taxes in the form of property taxes, license and excise, and local income tax. We received about 17% of our funding from the state of Indiana through the PMTF fund, which has not seen an increase in it in over 10 years. So we've not seen any changes in our funding level from the state over the last 5 years. Our federal operating, which we use to help offset our fixed route and access service, that is regulated by the FTA, and we're pretty close to maxing out that amount from the federal government. And we received 10% for federal preventable maintenance. 12% is our actual passenger fares, and then the remaining portion of 2% is really from advertising and interest we receive on whatever funds we have in the bank. So then our expenses, again, when you look at the majority of our expenses, 56% of that's wages, 21% is benefits. On a positive note, at least we got our health insurance bill, or what our suggested premiums for 2026, our health insurance is. And for the 5th straight year, we're not going to see an increase in our health insurance. So our employees are doing a lot better going to in-network doctors and everything. So that's a very positive note, especially now considering everything else is rising in your fees that you pay. And then utilities, 9%. So when you look at our budget in general of our expenses, about 90% of our budget is driven by the service we provide out on the streets to the public. So when we look at our next slide, you'll see that our operating expenses, and on this chart, the 2022 to 2024 are actually audited expenses, 25 and 26 are budgeted expenses. So when you look at that, our major increase in the line item between 24 and 25 relates to our insurance premium for our vehicles has increased significantly over the last 2 to 3 years. Our services maintaining our CNG vehicles, that requires special review of the CNG tanks twice a year. In addition to the fire suppression system on that needs to be reviewed. And one of our biggest increases that we see in overall percent of the budgets in our workers' compensation. That has gone over $60,000 over the last 3 years, just in premiums. So when we look at our next slide, again, it's our labor expense. And when we originally did the budget, we budgeted for 25 at 6.8. It's looking like when I looked at today, it'll probably go between the 6 million, 6.4 actual when it's done. So it'll be closer to 24 audited figure, and it'll probably go somewhere in between the 2026. So you'll see that it's pretty flat when we look at it that way. The one major change we'll have in 26 that'll probably come up is we're going to contract negotiations in 2026 with our union, which is for our drivers and our maintenance department going into 26. Again, our challenges, I hate to beat a dead horse on this, but it's this SB1 property tax. We're looking at, we didn't have to make really any significant changes in 2026. 2027 and 2028, we're looking into at this current time. But we wanted to first look at all of our internal expenses first, determine what we can do better internally, where we can cut, and what we can change internally before we do anything with service or anything else. So we're constantly doing a review of our fixed route service, kind of looking at making changes to the paddles that our drivers work to kind of make it more efficient, and also cut down on any of the lag time or deadhead time that they would have. In September, we also did a review of our access service, and basically we had the company come out, review all of our internal reports that we have for our access clients. And then what we'll do is we'll review that, determine where we can make our service more efficient and cut down on waste, any time or scheduling issues we may have. Another big challenge we have is our bus replacement. We have 16 buses eligible in 2026 and 6 more through 2028. The big problem is with this change in House Bill that we're going to be experiencing is it causes us to have to tap in any reserve we would have for our local share to purchase these capital vehicles for. And if you don't have the local share, when you apply for grants through the FTA, they will not give you the capital to purchase the buses because they want you to provide support saying the funds are in hand when you order these vehicles. Again, I think our opportunities we have is we're still looking to create new partnerships with people in the community. And we have plenty of open opportunities for drivers, mechanics, service line, pretty much any transpo job, there is an opening somewhere in some department at this current time. So,
Okay, thank you, sir.
Report.
So there's no council action, so we'll open up to the public. Any members of the public wishing to speak regarding the transpo budget, Bill 5725, wish to speak in favor first, in person or online?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online that wishes to speak in favor of the bill.
Thank you. Do we have any members of the public that would like to speak against the bill, either in person or online?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in opposition.
Thank you. Okay, so no action on that, correct?
I just want to congratulate you, Brother Kubzak. You mentioned it's been almost 20 years since you got that kind of report in terms of that audit. And that's something not to just pass over lightly. I just want to really thank you for that. That's a real great achievement. So it was great hearing that tonight. So it's good to hear that. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. With that, we'll take no action, and that will come back to committee of the whole in 2 weeks for action and third reading. Okay. And with that, we will move on to Bill 5925. Clerk Tirado, can you please give Bill 5925 a second reading?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, fixing maximum wages of Teamster employees for calendar year 2026.
Thank you. Mr. Willis, welcome.
Yes, Kyle Willis, City Controller, offices on the second floor of the South Bend City Hall building on 215 Don Martin Luther King Boulevard. Bill number 59-25 reaffirms the Teamster CBA for salaries for 2026. All the union members will receive an increase of 3% to their salaries, along with a $2,000 residency bonus for all members that live within the city limits.
Thank you. Council members, any questions regarding the Teamsters salary ordinance? Ratification of last year's. Okay. With that, we'll open it up to the public. At this time, are there any members of the public who wish to speak in favor of Bill 5925?
I do not see any members of the public wishing to speak in favor of the bill.
Thank you. Do we have anybody who would like to speak in opposition of the Teamsters salary ordinance, Bill 5925?
I do not see any members of the public wishing to speak in opposition.
Okay, public hearing is closed. Council members, questions, comments? May I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to send Bill 5925 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Clerk Tirado, can you please do a roll call vote?
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9-9.
Thank you. 5925 will go to the third reading with a favorable recommendation. At this time, we will hear 6025. May I have a motion to accept the substitute bill?
So moved.
6025. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 6525 substitute is approved. And Clerk Tirado, can you please give Bill 6025 a second reading?
Public hearing on an ordinance fixing maximum salaries and wages of appointed officers and non-bargaining employees of executive departments of the city of South Bend, Indiana for calendar year 2026.
Thank you, Councilmember Nitzgodsky. Do we have a committee report?
Yes, we do, Chair. Substitute Bill 60-25 was given a favorable recommendation out of Personnel and Finance today.
Thank you. Mr. Willis.
Yes, Kyle Willis, City Controller, offices on the second floor, South Bend City Hall Building. Key points here, bill number 60-25 authorizes 3% increase to non-bargaining salaries and a $2,000 residency bonus for those employees that live within the city limits. But also with this substitute bill, there was an inclusion of instead of pay language for employees in the engineering department, those employees who keep active their professional engineering license will be eligible for a annual monetary bonus of up to $4,000. Also, as we discussed in committee this afternoon, the removal of the Chief Development and Marketing Officer title and Director of Development, both in VPA. And then also the title changes for the Director of Experience and Events and Director of Operations within venues, parks and arts as well. But also in the salary detail, we removed the duplication of a position for the senior staff accountant and the removal of the project manager for sustainability. Happy to answer any other questions.
Thank you, Mr. Willis. I appreciate your quickly responding to those questions from this afternoon and the comments. Thank you very much. Council members, any further questions regarding non-bargaining salary ordinance? Seeing none, we'll go to the public. Any members of the public wishing to speak on substitute bill 6025, either in person or online at this time?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in favor of the bill.
Okay, do we have anybody wishing to speak against the bill in person or online?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in opposition.
All right, thank you. With that, public hearing is closed. To bring it back to council members, any questions, comments? Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
Yes, I just want to thank you, Mr. Willis, for answering my questions this afternoon and turning this around so quickly to address just the cleanup that needed to occur. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
I have a motion then.
I'd like to make a motion to send Bill 60-25 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
motion.
I have a motion and a whole bunch of seconds. Clerk Torado, can you please do a roll call vote? Good luck on the second, Veronica.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember Nitzgodsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson, Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee, 9 ayes.
And I had that second last time, you know.
There you go. All right, so 6025 will go to third reading with a favorable recommendation. Clerk Torado, can you please now give second reading to Bill 6125?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, setting the annual salary for the mayor for calendar year 2026.
Thank you. Councilmember Nitzgodsky, is there a committee report?
Yes, there is, Chair. Bill 6125 was heard in Personnel and Finance today and was given a favorable recommendation to the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Mr. Willis.
Kyle Willis, City Controller, offices on the second floor, South Bend City Hall. Bill number 61-25 authorizes a 3% increase to the mayor's salary from $126,681 to $130,481 in 2026, but also authorizes the mayor to receive the residency bonus as well of $2,000.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Council members, any questions? Preliminary questions? Okay, at this time, then we'll go to the public. Any members of the public wishing to speak on Bill 6125, the mayoral salary ordinance, either in person or online? We'll start with those in favor. Anybody wishing to speak in favor of the mayor's salary?
I do not see anyone in person or online wishing to speak in favor of the bill.
Okay, anybody in person or online wishing to speak in opposition to the bill? Going once?
I do not see anyone in person or online wishing to speak in opposition of the bill.
Okay, at this time, public hearing is closed. Council members, any comments, questions?
Like to make a motion to move.
Have a motion for a favorable in a
Yeah,
second.
You got it.
Clerk Toronto, can you please do a roll call vote?
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers. Councilmember White. Councilmember Nisgowsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Thank you. 6125. We'll go to third reading with a favorable recommendation. Clerk Toronto, at this time, can you please give Bill 6225, setting common council wages, a second reading?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, setting the annual salary for the Common Council members for calendar year 2026.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Nitzgotsky, do we have a committee report?
Yes, we do, Chair. Bill 6225 was heard in Personnel and Finance today and was given a favorable recommendation to the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. We need your name and address first, sir.
All right, Kenneth Lee, 1929 North Huey Street in South Bend, Indiana. This is for the salary ordinance for the South Bend Common Council, where we're getting a 3% increase from $22,619 to a whopping $23,298 for serving on the Common Council.
I want to ask you hourly what that breaks down to, but thank you. Any council members, any questions?
Some more Taco Bell.
Would you like fries with that? No, I'm just kidding.
I said extra cheese.
My comment is, that's why we were so thankful for Councilwoman Sheila Nisgowsky, because if you divide that out, that's a little number.
$1.50 an hour. Okay, at this time, we'll open up to the public hearing. Any members of the public wishing to speak in favor of Bill 6225, either in person or online?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in favor of the bill.
Okay. This time, any members of the public wishing to speak in opposition of the 3%, either in person or online?
We may have someone.
Somebody speaking up?
We have a Mr. Steve.
Okay.
Please, Mr. Steve, please unmute yourself and state your name and address, please.
Yes, Steve Francis, Judy Lake Drive, South Bend, Indiana. I wanted to speak in favor of it, actually. And I'm sorry I got on the wrong side of it.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It's
Continue.
okay. You just say what
So
you're
may
gonna
I
say.
may I speak in
Yes,
favor
you
of
may.
it?
You may.
Look, I think
Yes.
a lot is said. Sometimes I hear about how you all earn so much money and, work so little. And I think that this needs to be spread far and wide, that this is not an extreme sum by any means. And I just wanted to thank the council for its work this year. I know you take a lot of heat and you don't get a lot of gratitude from the public. So just as a member of the public, I appreciate your work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Francis.
Very nice.
I like those opposition speeches like that. Anybody else wishing to speak either in favor or against or neutral or any other way?
I do not see anyone from the public in person or online wishing to speak in favor or in opposition. at
Thank
this
you.
time.
With that, we'll close the public hearing. I'll bring it back to council. Any comments? Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Yes, I'd like to say to the council president, thank you for that hard work.
All right, thanks. Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else? How about a motion?
Motion to recommend that this bill be sent forward favorably.
Second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for a favorable recommendation for Bill 6225. Clerk Toronto, can you please do a roll call vote?
Councilmember White. Aye. Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky. Aye. Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right, 6225 will go forward with a favorable. At this time, Clerk Toronto, can you please give Bill 6325, the salary ordinance for the city clerk, a second reading?
Could I make a motion to hear Bill 63 and 64 together?
Sure, we have a motion to hear Bill 63 and 64 collectively, a motion and a second. All those in favor of that motion at this time, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? We shall hear 63 and 64 collectively, but we will require separate motions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, setting the annual salary for the South Bend City Clerk for calendar year 2026. Public hearing on an ordinance fixing maximum salaries and wages of deputies and non-bargaining employees appointed by the city clerk of the City of South Bend, Indiana for the calendar year 2026.
Thank you. Yes, committee report, Councilmember Nisgowsky on 6325.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, Bill 6325 was heard in Personnel and Finance this afternoon and was given a favorable recommendation, as well as Bill 6425.
Thank you. Clerk Toronto.
Good evening, Council. Bianca Torrado, City Clerk with offices on the third floor of the new City Hall building. Before you today, I will be going over the setting of the 2026 City Clerk salary ordinance along with my staff salary. For the City Clerk, there's a traditional 3% that brings it to 85.97, and then asking for the traditional 3% to the caps of all the bargaining staff listed there. Happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you. Council members, any questions? None. We'll open it up to the public. Any members of the public wishing to speak on either Bill 6325 or Bill 6425, either in opposition or against or in favor? Anybody in the room? Anybody online? Matthew, do we have anybody online?
No.
Okay, nobody online, nobody in the room. At this time, we will close the public hearing. I'll bring it back to the council.
Have a comment. I'd just like to congratulate our clerk for the hard work she has done this year. And I especially appreciate her in these last few weeks as she's helped us and kept us informed with the transition and transitioning us over to the new, I like hearing the new address of the building. So I want to appreciate and thank your work, and I look forward to supporting this.
Okay, so we're going to start with 6325. Can I have a motion on 6325?
Make a motion to send 6325 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Making a motion.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson is the second. And Clerk Toronto, can you please do a roll call?
I think of Peter.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Thank you. And at this time, can I have a motion for Bill 6425?
I'd like to move that we send Bill 6425 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Second a motion.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Thomas Morgan and a second by Dr. Davis. Clerk Toronto, can you please give a roll call vote for us?
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson, Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right, 6425, we'll go to third reading with a favorable recommendation. Looks like 6525 we did, 6725 we did, 6825 is tabled. So last but not least will be 6625. Clerk Torado, can you please give that bill a second reading?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, fixing the annual pay and monetary fringe benefits of sworn members of the South Bend Fire Department for calendar year 2026.
Councilmember Nitzgotsky, do we have a committee report?
Yes, we do, Chair. Bill 6625 was heard in Personnel and Finance this afternoon and given a favorable recommendation to the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Mr. Willis.
Yes, Kyle Willis, City Controller, offices on the second floor, South Bend City Hall. Bill number 66-25 authorizes 4% increase for salaries and wages for members of the firefighters union in South Bend. Also with increases for their longevity pay across their various tenure categories. So from 2 to 4 years all the way up to 25 plus. They all received increases. Also, as we mentioned earlier today, this is a one-year agreement, so we will be back here to do this again next year.
I know.
Amen.
All right, thank you. Council members, any questions?
Can't put the fire out.
Preliminary questions? Okay, seeing none, we'll go to the public. Any members of the public wishing to speak in favor or against Bill 6625 regarding the salary ordinance for the members of the South Bend Fire Department, either in person or online? Anybody?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online that wishes to speak in favor of the bill.
How about against?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in opposition.
Okay, and with that, we will close the public hearing on 6625. Bring it back to the council. Any further questions, comments, concerns, discussion?
I'd like to make a motion to send 66-25 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Second.
I have a motion by President Lee and a second by Dr. Davis. Clerk Torado, can you please do a roll call?
Councilmember White, Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers, Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
Thank you. 6625, we'll go to third reading with a favorable recommendation. At this time, I will entertain a motion to rise from the committee of the whole.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion by Dr. Davis and a second by Councilmember Nitzgotsky. All those in favor of that motion at this time signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Committee of the whole is now adjourned. Thank you.
Good job.
Bills on third reading. The full council is now back in session, and this is the portion of our meeting where bills are given a third reading and action is taken regarding the bills that were heard during the committee of the whole. Clerk Toronto, would you please give Bill 52-25 a third reading?
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 1133 Harvey Street and 522 Blaine Avenue, Councilmanic District Number 1 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Councilor Warner, is there a recommendation from the committee of the whole?
The committee of the whole gives this rezoning for a duplex a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion regarding the bill.
Move for passage. Second.
All right, Clerk Toronto, would you please give the roll?
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
52 twenty-five is passed. Clerk Toronto, please give 56 twenty-five a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, levying taxes and fixing the rate of taxation for the purpose of raising revenue to meet the necessary expenses of the civil city of South Bend for fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026, and appropriating monies for the purpose of defraying the expenses of the city of South Bend, Indiana for fiscal year beginning January 1, 2026, and ending December 31st, 2026, including all outstanding claims and obligations, and fixing a time when the same shall take effect.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
Yeah, this bill appropriating the fiscal and finances for year 2026 comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right. The bill is passed, 56-25. Clerk Toronto, please give Bill 59 twenty-five a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, fixing maximum wages of Teamster employees for calendar year 2026.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation from the Committee of the Whole?
Teamster salary ordinance comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White, Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan, President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
59-25 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give 60 twenty-five a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance fixing maximum salaries and wages of appointed officers and non-bargaining employees of executive departments of the City of South Bend, Indiana for calendar year 2026.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
This non-bargaining salary ordinance comes forward with a favorable recommendation.
Is there a second? Is there a motion? I'm sorry.
Move for passage.
Second.
Well,
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner, Councilmember Dr. Davis,
aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
60-25 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give 61-25 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, setting the annual salary for the mayor for calendar year 2026.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
Mayor's salary ordinance comes forward with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember White, Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
61-25 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give 62-25 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, setting the annual salary for the Common Council members for calendar year 2026.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
6225 comes with a favorable recommendation.
Move for passage.
Second.
All right, Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
excuse me, Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
62-25 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give 63-25 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, setting the annual salary for the South Bend City Clerk for calendar year 2026.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
The city clerk's salary ordinance comes with a favorable recommendation.
Is there a motion?
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
6325 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give, somebody get Clerk Toronto some water. Are you
I'm
good?
good.
You good?
I'm
Okay.
good.
Give 6425 third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance fixing maximum salaries and wages of deputies and non-bargaining employees appointed by the city clerk of the city of South Bend, Indiana for calendar year 2026.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
Bill comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, call the roll, please.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
6425 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give 6525 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 628 Western Avenue, Councilmanic District Number 2 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
This special exception bill comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
6525 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give 6625 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, fixing the annual pay and monetary fringe benefits of sworn members of the South Bend Fire Department for calendar year 2026.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
The South Bend Fire Department salary ordinance comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan, President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
6625 has been adopted. Clerk Toronto, please give 6725 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the properties located at 321 Hill Street, 319 Hill Street, 317 Hill Street, 315 Hill Street, 307 Hill Street, and 523 LaSalle Avenue, and 529 LaSalle Avenue, Councilmanic District Number 4 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Counselor Warner, is there a recommendation?
Yeah, this petition for outdoor recreation on Hill Street comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Nisgowsky,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Vice President Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
67-25 has been adopted. Bills on first reading. Clerk Toronto, would you please give Bill 69-25 a first reading?
First reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, amending the zoning ordinance for property located at 1011 Howard Street, Councilmanic District Number 4 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
All right, I would like to entertain a motion to send to the South Bend Plan Commission for a public hearing on October 20th, 2025, and send to the Zoning and Annexation Committee for public hearing and third reading on October 27th.
So move.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? All right, I already hit the gavel. It's been approved. All right. Any unfinished business?
Yes, President.
Yes, Dr. Davis.
Thank you. Councilwoman Bowden and I have been working with the area people in the Lafayette Falls district, like you had requested us to do in our last meeting. We've been working with the mayor's staff. I talked with Brother Caleb today, and of course, we've been doing emails with the chief of staffs back there and everything else. We're looking at a meeting on 21st, which is next Tuesday. That will be confirmed, the exact location, sometimes between this next week or so. And so, but it's going to be on next Tuesday. And so we'll be updating you about that. And we have different residents already been notified just to check in. We all had to sign a little, like a doodle to see what was the best. And a whole bunch of us chose that day. So we are following up on the situation that came to our last meeting that happened in the 5th district. So I'm looking forward to joining with that meeting. So we'll keep you all up to date.
All right, any other unfinished business? Is there any new business?
Well, today,
Oh, today is Dr. Davis's birthday, everybody.
No, I wasn't saying that, but no, I appreciate that. But no, I was saying today we had the cutting here, the cutting. Ribbon cutting. That's what I was. Yeah, but happy birthday. Thank you.
Today was a great monumental day in the city of South Bend. For the first time in over 50-something years, the city of South Bend has its own city hall.
Yeah.
And our first meeting will be November 10th in the new chambers.
Cool.
At the new city hall. So we will continue this month out and continue to have meetings here. And then November, our first meeting will be there in the new city hall. But it was a beautiful day, a wonderful day, and an exciting day. Our city is on the rise. Our city is growing and progressing, and we're part of all of that. So we're very grateful, and we're in a very unique moment in time. And so we're grateful to be serving at this time. Any other new business? I do know that we're working to try to get our walking tours done. I really would like council members, if we can, I'd like to knock it out in one day. If we can go to all the different districts on one day, that's one bus, and be able to visit these areas. And so please respond back as we're trying to get that. We've moved the date a couple times. We didn't realize October was going to be so busy. So
It's a great month.
It's a very month. Yes, it is. And all right. I know. So we really will need everybody to kind of think about if you want to do a tour, because we have to book the travel, and that's the most tedious part of that. All right. And privilege of the floor. Let's go there. Let me read this. Disrespectful, rude, or disruptive speech or actions will not be tolerated, and such speech or actions, as well as verbal attacks on any person, may result in the individual, without notice, forfeiting the remainder of his or her allotted time. Individuals who wish to address the council must state their name, residential address. Individuals will be limited to 3 minutes only. The maximum time for this portion of the meeting shall be 30 minutes. Individuals should not be permitted to address topics which the council has heard previously on the agenda, and the council president may assign a topic raised by an individual during the privilege of the floor to the appropriate council member and/or request the city clerk to contact a member of city administration for review, and topics assigned shall be responded to at the next scheduled council meeting. At this time, privilege of the floor is open. Please state your name and residential address, please.
Trina Robinson, NAACP President, 914 Lincoln Way West. I didn't come with anything prepared, but I just came to let Councilwoman White know that we support her 100%. We have to understand that there is a clown in the White House, and when you have a clown, you expect a circus. And sometimes people want to put fear into you for being your authentic self. I want you to know that we want you to continue to be your authentic self. We will not be persuaded by divisiveness by any means necessary. We will continue to do what we need to do in this community so that we can make an impact for those that are marginalized. So Councilwoman White, you did nothing wrong. People want to misinterpret things that we say, and if we do so, we all would be in trouble. But I stand behind you. The NAACP stands behind you 100%. And God bless those who have anything else to say.
Thank you.
Deborah Walker, 639 Diamond Avenue. I too stand here to my sister Karen White. You are authentic, just as Trina said. I stand by you. I've never seen you do anything that caused any harm to anybody. You have always supported people all the time. I got you, sister.
All right.
Good evening, Council. Lamont Taylor, City of South Bend, 619 Leland Avenue, in the great city of South Bend, Indiana. I rose on behalf of Karen L. White. I second what the two ladies said there. I'm kind of conflicted with addressing this, but I will respect the chambers and the gallery here. I've been doing Karen L. White, which is my auntie, all my life. Never known her to have a negative bone in her body. She is the bedrock of South Bend, Indiana.
That's right.
She is an exceptional leader. She is an awesome leader. And I'm speaking from the heart. I'm not just saying it because she's my auntie. I would like to encourage you to stay up there. Don't let nobody discourage you. In the midst of this toxic environment of negativity, you cannot be moved. This city is dependent on you, counting on you. You're not just the supporter of people that supported you, but I've watched you relentlessly be there through tests and trials, peaks and valleys, mountains. Just continue to be strong, courageous, and emboldened, and keep fighting like you always fought for the city of South Bend, the residents, and doing a great work.
Giving all honor and glory to God, who's the head of my life. First, to give him all respect. Aaron White, 614 Summit. Give him honor, all of you guys, President, all you members. And I just can't believe we're down here because some Trump people wants to drag my sister's character through the mud. I pray that each and every one of you guys support her because her reputation speaks for itself. Her dedication has been to us, 12 of us, and she stood by us all the way through and still took care of her business with her son, with her grandkids, and it's just amazing that this has come across. So, I mean, I hope you guys support her, and I hope you support her by speaking out against this. There's got to be some accountability and some apologies. Trina, my cousin, you spoke well. So I thank each and every one of you for your time, and I hope you guys support my sister. Well, I take it personal.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? If that being said, council members, please remember, you cannot leave till we sign the budget, all right? All right, please don't leave. We want to make sure we sign the budget. Again, we do love Ms. White. She's an outstanding leader and we support her. So with that all being said, this meeting is now adjourned and the budget has been passed.